Hi friends, welcome in. I'm Sarah, DIY with Crafty Sarah. You are on my segment of Craft Round the Clock. Let me find us and make sure Tracy gets me shared in. And make sure everything is a go. Hope you guys have had a great day. I did. I had a fun day. It's like, my goodness, I keep running out of space and running out of space. I keep moving things to get more space, but I keep running out of space. That's my story, and I'm sticking to it. Just waiting for Tracy to share me in, and then we'll get started. Not seeing any comments yet. Oh, there it is. All right, thanks, Tracy. All right, you guys, we're going to do a door round, and we're using this transfer called Happy Spring. I'm going to cut it apart. Actually, I think I want the Hello Spring, and then I think I want, like, instead of 6 lines, I think I just want 3 lines. Hi, Lori. And I'm going to make those 3 lines go all, I might just go ahead and cut that. So I'm just going to cut this here. We don't have cut lines on our transfers anymore. I kind of hate that. And I know they do it because they can fit more on the sheet if they don't have those cut lines. But man, it sure does make it a lot easier if we have them. So this transfer is called Hello Spring Patterns. And it's available on my site, and I will link that in the comments. So this I don't think I'm going to use. So I'm just going to set that to the side. And I do want the Hello Spring to be up here. And then I think I was going to tape it off. But I think I want like 3 of these 6 lines on underneath my Hello Spring. So I'm just going to tape off here. So I don't get into, so I might just go ahead and chalk that on my surface. This is a 16-inch round, and it is from Chalk Couture. It is one that I have used the other side, and I'm going to sand that off and paint that. So they are, I don't even, I'm not even sure if they sell them anymore. I should look. I feel like I wiped this off, but I feel like there might still be, no, maybe not. So I'm going to fuzz my transfer, and what that's doing is that's just putting a little bit of lint on my transfer to keep it from sticking, so that my transfer will stick too hard to the surface and pull the transfer, ruin the transfer or the surface. So I just need to make sure that it's straight. And I'm going to do this in white because this is on a brownish board. And I want it to be springy. So we're just going to go with white. White is the color. Welcome in, everybody. Hi, Kelly. Hi, Chris. Hi, Cynthia. Hi, Tammy. Hi, Jennifer. You guys are awesome. Thanks so much for popping in. I appreciate it. Sometimes I think I stand here by myself. Not gonna lie. Sometimes I feel like I'm here by myself. So how was your day? I hope everybody's day was good. We're halfway to Friday. We've got a busy weekend, though. And I think they're calling for some snow on Friday. Ugh. And you guys, we have not had a winter to complain about. So it's like we start to get a little bit of snow and we kind of get whiny about it. I made my trip to Lincoln today, got my car fixed, and it was my battery. Guys, take a guess how much my battery cost. My car is a 2020 Mercedes GLB 250. It is like entry-level vehicle for Mercedes. Not fancy. Don't have all the bells and whistles. I about died. I sort of had in my head what I thought it would be, and it was every bit of that. I made that, Bonnie. For my paste, I made it. That is my creation. My creation. I'm going to pull that up and worked out. Whoop, wow, and I just about smeared it. Still have a drippy nose, I tell you. My cold kind of went away, but man, my nose is just drippy, drippy. It is a, I should move my camera over so you can see it a little bit better. I will do that. What it is it is little crates from the Dollar Tree. So it's 3 crates high. And then you want to make sure that if you do it, that you take your paste with you and make sure that they can fit in the crates. And then I bought a Lazy Susan from Hobby Lobby, and I glued them on there. And this thing came from Target, the Dollar Spot, and that's been several years ago. So, and I just snagged that, and it worked on the top. $700 and some for me, Lori. Isn't that ridiculous? My husband called me and he goes, "Oh my God, what is that battery made of? Gold?" I go, "Well, it's a block. It might be. It's a brick. It might be a brick of gold." He goes, "Holy mackerel." I'm like, yeah. And I got $70 back because there was some kind of a rebate. It was like $700 and it was $285 of labor to put it in. Is that nuts? And then it was $500 for the battery. Like 4 or something. It works out really good, Bonnie. I love it. And then I ended up sticking these little doohickeys on there so I could put my scissors on there. It works out really well for me. It really does. It does. Okay. Make sure this is dry. And so what I want to do is put like these lines, and I'm going to have to match them up because it's not long enough. Go figure. Let's see, should I do the middle? No, I'm not going to do it. So I'm going to bring it up to my spring. Oop. Hopefully I don't peel any of that off. And this is also going to be in white. I was having a heck of a time finding something to store my chalk paste on, so it works out well. And I know other people who've made them and use them for chalk paints, you know, not just chalk paste. They use it for a lot of different. So I'm just going to do these 3 lines. So we hit Michael's, and Michael's is having their grab boxes from Christmas. So I snagged 3 of those bad boys. 2 from one store and 2 from another store. Or 1 from another store. So I'll be opening those up probably tomorrow. I don't think I'll do it on a live. I mean, I could. But I'm going to dry that. Yeah, ridiculous is right. This car has been nothing but expensive. I want a Ford Explorer. That's what I want, a Ford Explorer. I'd love to have 3 rows, but if it doesn't, that's okay. And I'd love to have 4-wheel drive. Mine's supposed to be all-wheel drive, but you guys, when I was babysitting for my granddaughters, and I had to drive out there to their house, I felt like oh boy, these are going to be weird. I guess we'll just start like that. I felt like my car was all over the road. Like, it was a little bit slick, but I felt like I was like fishtailing when I was going down the road. I'm like, oh my God. So that just like makes my heart jump. I'm such a wimp when it comes to icy weather. Big old wimp. We have it, and I drive in it, but I don't like to drive highway driving it. I mean, I'll go down to the store and don't think a thing about it, but I don't like. There we go. That looks pretty good. I don't like driving on ice. And the older I get, the more I'd hate it. My nerves can't take it. And my mom was the same way. So, you know, it is what it is. When you live in Nebraska, you're going to get snow. We're used to it, but we don't like it. Okay, now, this part I want to paint with our new paste color called Taffy. So I'm not going to use that because it might have something on it. And it probably does. I'm going to take that off. But first I want to make sure it's dry. Hi, Diane. Mailed your package today, girl, so you should get it in a few days. You've got the tracking on it, so you can... Hi, Tammy. I'm doing a door round. A spring door round. And you know, I can see where it's kind of separated there. I think when it's done, I will take some thin paste and I will paint that in. So I'm going to take my tape and I'm going to make sure that's not hot. I'm going to cover that bottom line. I'm going to try and go as straight as I can. Let me see if I can. That's on a big line. That's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 7. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I think it might be okay. But I want to make sure that, yep, that's good. Okay, so this bottom part is going to be that taffy color. Isn't that gorgeous? To me, that just screams Easter or spring. And this will probably take a couple coats. I love this color. I feel like it's a coral, but maybe kind of a pinkish coral. I don't know. I saw where a girl bought 10 of those grab boxes. Can you imagine? Where would you store the stuff from 10 of those grab boxes? I mean, it's a steal. I'm not gonna lie. Some of these were, they even had some of them that I've never seen this before. They had the boxes wide open. They had one of them, box was wide open, but there was a not see-through, but sort of transparent garbage bag, and it had the stuff in it, and it was sitting in the box. And one was it's called taffy. It's called taffy. One was, it had a nutcracker, and you guys, the nutcracker was standing clear out of the box. I'm telling you, if you were a nutcracker person, that was a bargain. I thought about it, and then I thought, oh, Sarah, you don't need that. You don't need that. So I didn't get it. But it was a bargain. Yeah, this is one of our newest colors. And you can go to chalkcouture.com/S.Weddingfeld, and I will put the link in my comments, and you can order it there. It's a beautiful color. And we went to an at-home, which I was looking for a specific flower, and I don't know how to pronounce it. Ostoby, and they didn't have it. That place is overwhelming, you guys. I don't know about you, but I've been in an at-home one other time, and it was overwhelming that time, and it was very overwhelming this time. It's just like a warehouse of home decor. It's like, oh my gosh, I don't even know how you could. I mean, it's overwhelming to me. Really, it's overwhelming. I guess if you know exactly what you're going for, it would be okay. But we just aimlessly walked around. And I found a couple things, of course, that I couldn't live without. But they didn't have what I went for. Man, they have cool stuff, though. So you can paint with chalk paste. This just looks so springy to me. I don't know. Maybe I'm crazy, but I just think it looks so springy. And I am so ready for spring. Don't forget to spring your clocks ahead this weekend. That's going to suck, isn't it? Spring ahead always kicks my behind. Fall back is awesome because you just feel like you have so many hours in that day, but spring ahead, you seem like you've already lost, which you have. You've already lost an hour of the day. You lose it before you even get up. We have volleyball games to go to, so we'll see how that goes. Hopefully they aren't going to be too early in the morning on Sunday. Haven't heard yet. Haven't heard the word. All right, I'm going to dry that. Oh my God, I told my friend, well, Vicki went with me, and I told her, I said, if I remember this correctly, and I've only been to one at home, and it was in Omaha, I said, it's like a warehouse. It's like a Sam's Club of home decor, and that's exactly what it was. That's exactly how I remembered it, and that's exactly what it was. But she wanted a dish rack that expands, but still is a dish rack, and they didn't have that. And then I just picked up a few things that were marked down and some flowers. I think I picked up some purple flowers, just kind of a little springy thing. They had a couple cute things. They had a great big bunny like cookie cutter. Oh my gosh, it stood like that tall. It was adorable. That would have been fun to decorate. Oh boy, Kelly. Get yourself ready for major stimulation. Major head stimulation when you go in that place. And I asked where the silk flowers were, and the girl goes, well, they're over that way. She goes, but they're still working on getting them out. And I was like, it's not a new store. I couldn't figure out what she meant by that. But like I said, they didn't have. So I'm going to peel that off. That worked good. But it was cool. I mean, it was something. They have like over the top beautiful stuff. Like they put Hobby Lobby to shame as far as home decor. Like the lamps and the beautiful vases. They're huge. Things were just, the whole thing was just, man, if you're looking for one of those tall pots to put outside or to put in your house, you know, that's like about that big, that's where you need to go. I'm trying to get this dry, and then I'm going to sand it just a little bit. Maybe it is dry. That isn't. You want to make sure it's dry before you sand it. Yeah, Kelly, it will be dark for a little bit. For a little bit, it'll be dark when we get up. But that'll change pretty quick. It seems like it gets a little better, like each day, like, and it does because we get like a minute every day. Okay, I need some. This is 1000 grit. That's pretty dang fine, isn't it? Okay. It's really warm. I'm just going to wait just a second. It's smoking. I don't know. I guess if you go to, this color is beautiful, Diane, I'm telling you. If you go to, at home, maybe if you had like a plan, you know, like you're going to look at lamps or you're going to look at, you know, then I think you might be okay. But when you're just going to look, it's overwhelming. So this is just going to take some of the roughness off. Smooth that down. Smooth as a baby's behinder. And then I'm going to wipe that off. I better slow down or I'm going to get done too fast. Oh, there's nothing in that one. So if you guys see some people on here that you don't follow, please follow them. It's free, and it helps us all out if you do that. It helps us all out. I'm going to grab my wax. It's way back here in the corner. You guys, I use Minwax because I bought it when I started chalking, before we had our own wax. And I'm still using it. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to wax over this little area right here. And I'm just going to lightly do it because I don't want it to... if you wax too hard, too much, like the next layer won't stick. And I have also had it where if you wax too much, your design will pop off of your wood. So I'm just going to buff it in really good. We do have wax. and it looks like this. It's surface wax. And it's nice because mint wax does have a smell. You guys, this is absolutely, there's absolutely no scent to this at all. So if you are one of those people who doesn't like the smell of things, that's your deal. So I want to put these polka dots down here. And this is going to have to be something that's going to have to be redone and redone. You know, I can chalk a couple, and then I'll have to see how good they look. I'm going to try and lift my transfer and just move it and lift it and move it, and all of that. Got to get my sleeves up for some serious business. Some serious business. Okay, so I'm just gonna start here. One's kind of hanging off. That's okay. That's what I want. Don't you love polka dots? And we may have to clean it. We'll see. Thanks for coming in, Kelly. I really appreciate it. That one I don't think got as dark as I want it to get. Neither did that one. Actually, I don't think none of them did. So I wasn't even in my shop today at all. I was gone, and then came home, said to my husband, "What do you want for supper?" "Whatever you make me." I should have said, "Well, I'm not cooking tonight." Let's see. I want to do that, or do I want to do that? I think I'm going to do that. I don't know if that's going to be too much of a gap. I guess we'll find out. Might be too much of a gap between those spots. Wonder why they're not. I might have too much wax on there, you guys. I think that is exactly what it is. So I might go back over them again after they dry. Now I'm going to stick one over here, and I might just dry that real quick. Some people will heat up their wax and then buff it, and that does help too. Like, what did I do with my squeegee? Oh yeah, yep, that's too much wax. So I'm going to get that dry, and then I think I'm going to wipe that off. Those dots are cute. Very cute. So I would take this in my house, and I would put it in the sink, and I would use a board eraser like this, And I would just run it under water and wipe it off. I'm going to wipe it off with a paper towel first just to get some of that thick paste off. And then I would turn it over and do the other side. And just go back and forth until you're done, until it's clean. And then they're reusable. And these are like Mr. Clean erasers, but they are much denser. Much denser. And they have no chemicals. I'm going to set a paper towel down. And when you do that, then all your sticky comes back. See, just like new again. And so then your fuzzing towel on the inside is microfiber. The outside is terry cloth, the inside is microfiber. So you can lay your transfer in there and just baby massage it, and that will dry it, and it's good to go again. So I might, I think I'll just go ahead and do it like just like it looks. And so after it's dry, I can go back over my dots with this, or I could paint them in too, you guys. Definitely could do that. And they'd be simple because they're big and they're big and they're simple. Hi, Janet. 27 in the house. That's awesome, you guys. Are those dots not the cutest? Oh my gosh, I love them. Now, how am I going to get, let's see here. Guess that's what we're going to do. We'll see here. Perfect. Ooh, I really like that. I really like that. That is so springy. I try to keep them organized, but I don't do such a good job. I'm going to take that in the house and wash that. That can go in. Let's get this dry. And then we're going to make a bow. Isn't that cute, you guys? I love it. That taffy color is just striking, I think. Just striking. So you can hang it on your door, you can hang it on, you know, anywhere in your house. It doesn't have to go on a door. So I'm going to set that down, and I'm going to use a Bodabra and make a bow. Yeah, it worked out. Oh, I just got lucky. Just got lucky. So this is ribbon that I bought last year, and it's from Michaels. And I feel like, yeah, it says Easter on it. So yeah, I think I got it after Easter last year. We don't have a Michaels. I'm not close to a Michaels. I am like 100 miles from, 100 and some miles from Michaels. So I don't get to go to Michaels. So I'm going to start my bow with this. And I think that's pretty close to this. Seems like my bows are always, like one loop is bigger than the other loop. I might just do one of these. Oh, you know what? I think I'm gonna do more than one. I'm gonna do 4. Because that's going to be my base. And then we walked into Michael's, and the girl says right away, "We are putting fabric back in that back corner." So they must be stepping up for the Joann's people. And going to get some fabric in there. So then I set out this color because I felt like that was really close to the taffy color. And then I have, so I think I want this on the top. And then I have some green and some yellow. I just grabbed some spring. I have no idea if it's going to look right, but we're going to try it anyway. I need that to go the other way. I just kind of grabbed some springy. My ribbon comes, basically most of these big rolls come from Sam's Club. You can't beat that Sam's Club, I'm telling you. That is some big rolls of ribbon for very reasonable prices. I want that to be just a little bit smaller. There we go. Like $7 or something. They're really inexpensive. And it's wired, and it's not bad. And seriously, it is some decent ribbon. Okay. I think we're going to be right at 9 o'clock. Come on, help me out here. Let me see. I think I just want one loop of the green. And then we'll do, I basically measured from my nose to my arm out, which is to me about a yard. I have no idea if I'm close. We'll see here. I might be way off. I just know that I wanted to get some of that taffy color in here, which was kind of that. And I didn't even look to see where I got this ribbon from. It's on my big old ribbon rack, and my big old ribbon rack, the one has you know what, it's only going to give me one loop each, so I'm going to I'm going to split it in half and bring one down one side and one down the other side. All right. What a rip. Sometimes I don't think I add as much as everybody else does, but I don't know. You know, back when I owned a flower shop, we would only do bows that were like, I don't know, 5 loops or 6 loops or something. You know, you would. So I don't know. And basically, I never know if it's going to look okay until I put it on my piece. And then I mess with my ribbon and, you know, so that's kind of how it goes. And I will dovetail all of these. Wire ribbon is awesome because it stands up, it stays its shape, and you can smash it. I think it does too, Janet. I think there's plenty. I just like you to be able to see the different textures and different colors. Okay, guys, it's 8:59. Let me see if we can just set it on there to kind of see what it's going to look like. And the next person will be showing up at Craft Around the Clock. So that will get put up there. I will trim it so you can see the Hello Spring. And that color is pretty darn close to that darker color in there. So that's what we got, you guys. I appreciate you all for coming in and hanging with me. And actually, I might wait to put my bow on until I get my circles right. I'm kind of that person that can't leave it if it's not it's not right. Cut those all down pretty short. Oh, thanks. Thanks, Lori. You are too kind. So I will let you guys go, and I will take a picture of it, and you'll be able to see it. Have a great rest of your night. Thanks for hopping in. If you can sprinkle me out there, I'd appreciate it. And I will see you next time. Bye, guys. Thanks.